Hey guys, what's up? It's me, LEGO Lee 329 here, and welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars set review. This here is Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. This set retails for about $25 here in the United States and has 262 pieces. So here is the set itself. Of course you get Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. What you also get here is two minifigures, and the first one, of course, is Yoda. Who doesn't love this little green guy? Yoda is such a classic Star Wars character, and currently, right now, this is the cheapest set that this version of the minifigure that was introduced in 2013 has ever come in. Now, he did come in a $30 set and a $40 set a few years ago, but you know, this one's $25, which is a little bit more affordable than those, and this is actually, you know, the only one I think that's currently in production. The Spider Droid might still be in production, but it's going to be retiring soon, I believe. So a very cool Yoda minifigure. Now, I don't personally love this version of the figure. I think the face kind of looks a little bit weird. I don't know, something about it that's kind of off to me. Also, the torso print, it kind of looks like he has abs, or like big chest muscles, which, you know, Yoda doesn't really have muscles because he's Yoda, but that's odd to me. I'm not a huge fan of this figure, but if you don't have this figure, a very convenient way to get him. His printing is on the front and the back, and he has some kind of cool hair details on the back of the head. And the second minifigure in this set here is R2-D2. Now, if you don't have a LEGO R2-D2 in your LEGO Star Wars minifigure collection, do you even LEGO Star Wars? I mean, I'm serious. Like, over like 15 years of collecting LEGO Star Wars, I have so many of this minifigure that it just doesn't excite me anymore. Not that he's a bad minifigure, he's a great figure. He looks spectacular. It's just boring getting like this figure for the 30th time. So that mini rant kind of brings me into my next point, which is another mini rant about this set. These are the two minifigures included with this set. No other characters included. Both of these minifigures have been in sets in the past year, I believe, and neither of them are exclusive. I mean, these are just figures that have come in tons of LEGO Star Wars sets over the years. And they're good minifigures, they look good, and it's a cheap way to get both of them. But seriously, this is such a boring minifigure lineup. Now, if you've seen the episodes of the Clone Wars that this Jedi Starfighter they're about to look at is featured in, there's a few characters LEGO could have included with this set. One of those priestesses would have been really cool. Maybe Sifo Dyas, that would have been interesting and different. Shadow Yoda, that thing was creepy. I would have loved to have seen a minifigure of that. And then the figure I think most of us would love to see from the particular scenes involving the Jedi Starfighter is Darth Bane. If they had included a Darth Bane minifigure from the Clone Wars in this set, this figure lineup would be completely forgiven, but none of that was included, and all we got is two minifigures that are good. They're just boring. Okay, so the minifigure lineup in this set really wasn't all that great, so it's kind of up to the build of the set to save it. Here is Yoda's Jedi Starfighter itself. Now, for a quick size comparison, we have one of the mini Jedi Interceptors LEGO has released in the past couple of years. Here is the green one that came out in 2012, just because the colors are similar to this one. And you can see, despite this Starfighter being, you know, bigger in piece count, it's not bigger in the actual build. The ship itself here actually had a pretty fun build, some techniques I wasn't really expecting for a small set like this. Really nice curves around here, not very many exposed studs, which is pretty cool. And the wings have a really nice shape. That actually looks really cool. So our first play feature here, of course, the wings are able to open up like this, which is accurate and it looks pretty good. I like that. In flight mode, it looks pretty solid. Unfortunately, however, when you close them up, it's pretty thick. It's pretty thick, and in the show, these wings are really thin, so that's not actually accurate to the show. Some nice gun details on the inside right here. I really wish these pegs here were not red. That looks absolutely horrible. Besides that, cool little details inside here. The engines at the back look pretty good. Also, some nice sticker pieces right there that look pretty good as well, and then more red pegs. Why, LEGO? Why you have that piece in black in your inventory? You just used red for no reason whatsoever. And of course, like most LEGO Star Wars ships these days, it does have these spring-loaded missile launchers on the bottom right here, which work very well. They're pretty well integrated inside here, and honestly, I wouldn't even be able to tell if I didn't know about those pieces to begin with. This small little area back here is where you put your R2-D2 minifigure, which is very accurate to the show, and it looks good from the front. You flip it around to the back, and he's way too exposed, if you ask me. Now here is the cockpit. This is probably the most important part of the vehicle, and LEGO could have easily made a new piece for this cockpit. It has a very unique shape in the show. They didn't. They decided to brick build it out of pieces here and use the relatively new TIE Fighter cockpit piece, and I think it looks it looks bad, let's be honest. Now, I really appreciate the designer trying something different with the cockpit here. I love that they tried to be creative and build it out of existing Lego bricks. That is really cool, something I very much so appreciate from Lego, and usually I'm not a fan of when they make a new cockpit piece for something very specific. But honestly, I think this set needed one because this does not look anything like it does in the show. I'm sorry, it looks pretty bad. It does not look accurate at all. Now you can open this top part up right here, which is pretty cool, and this part can lower down, and the inside here is very plain, and I don't understand why it's so plain. Now to fit Yoda in this, of course Yoda has a short leg, so how to kind of design it a little bit differently for his body size, but you basically just stand him back there, which looks pretty good. He fits in there very nicely, but all of this area right here, all of that, they could have put something, maybe some stickers on these pieces, a printed piece or something control panel wise in front of him there. They just didn't. They left it completely blank, which is stupid in my opinion. This set, man, I really don't know what to make of this set. Let's talk about the good things first. One, the price. For a Star Wars set for $25 that has over 250 pieces, that is stellar. Bravo on the price of the set, Lego. Also, really cool building techniques on this vehicle. They really tried hard, especially with the wings. Those look really cool. The playability, it's there. It's very swooshable, which is nice. And this is a vehicle Lego has never made before. And every time they make a new Star Wars vehicle that I can add to my ever-growing, gigantic Lego Star Wars collection, I'm excited because, we're used to getting, new land speeders, new desert skiffs, new A-wings, new Y-wings. And this vehicle, though, has never been made before, so I'm excited to add it to my collection. So in some ways, I actually kind of like the build of this set. I don't hate the way it looks as a set, but I have to judge this thing basing it off of the source material. And it doesn't really look like the thing from the source material. I mean, you understand it to an extent. I know what it is, but it's not super accurate. So I can't really say this is a great set. Especially with the minifigure lineup. The minifigs in the set, man, wow, just so disappointing that we didn't get someone extra. I mean, these two minifigures, they're good, but they're just seen in so many sets over the years that I can't get excited about them. So this set for me, ultimately, I like half of it. I like the build itself, and I'm, happy having this thing in my collection. I'm not really mad that I bought it, but I have to judge this thing as it is compared to the Clone Wars TV show, right? And I just don't think it's a good representation of that vehicle in Lego form. So this set here, I like half of it, other half not so much, so it's gonna get a 5 out of 10. But those are just my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. Also guys, don't forget to like this video, favorite the video, and share the video with all your friends. Also go check me out on social media. I have a Facebook, you can like me there. Also follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. All links will be down in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I hope to see you guys next time on LEGO Star Wars set reviews. I'll see you guys later. Bye.